hello everyone again. This is Hand from Above. Well, I should say, I'm going to have to reintroduce myself. VP Hand from Above. And I have VP Nursky with me. And we are casting, this is game number 2 of a little practice between two of our pros. One of them is, here you are, the team captain, the man, the myth, the legend. If you watch my channel, you know him, you love him. His name went by Brooke, it went by Energy Cry, and now it is VPCry. And then we're going to go up to the top 2 o'clock position here, and we have a Zerg that has taken VP's pro team by storm. It's VPChance.
This is going to be on the map Metalopolis. A very good map, in my opinion.
I love this map.
It's fairly well balanced, depending on the positions you get. As long as you don't get close positions, it can make for a very, 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 very good game.
And we got basically cross positions, so this is going to be leaving up 5 bases for an easy take, basically, for the Zerg. And Zerg, we know, all love to expand. Expand, 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 expand.
Well, which he absolutely has to. I mean, Zerg units in the late game just aren't quite cost effective as Protoss and the Terran units, so you got to do the swarm thing. You got to swarm them.
And I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to this. I absolutely love watching these two play. I mean, I love watching our pro team play anyway. But, yeah, with the new replays I'm starting to see from them and all that, sky's the limit with these guys, because I've seen a lot of potential.
Yeah, and we got a really good pro lineup here, so just showcasing these guys' talents just a little bit to the community, not only the VP Gamers community, but also to the general community. Spawning pool's going up. Went for a hatch first in the spawning pool for VPChance. Did both on 14. Powering out some drones now. Orbital
Which is
command.
pretty standard. I mean, he's in cross position, so
yeah,
he knows he can get away with this, because Chance, I don't think, is going to push out with anything big in the near future.
Yeah, Cry's probably not going to be doing any kind of big push anytime soon. A little bit of a problematic thing for Chance, though, is going to be that Cry actually managed to finish his wall off before he could get in there to scout, so no scouting for Chance, but his drone is going to steal a gold mineral. Very hard to take the gold for the Zerg on this map. Typically you'll see Zerg taking the, in these positions, the close air position and probably the 3 bases underneath long before they will be taking any kind of gold expansions. They're just so hard to hold for Zerg in on this map, and really any position. Do have a factory on the way, though, for Cry, along with a reactor for his barracks.
Well, I mean, scouting-wise, I don't think Chance is too worried, because he has Ovi the Overlord here, just chilling out on the outside of the base of Cry's, so, I mean, he knows he'll be able to just sneak on in there and have a look-see.
Does look like we're going to be seeing a Hellion opening. Has that reactor just about to finish up on the barracks. He'll lift that barracks up as soon as the reactor completes and drop the factory down right on top of it. Meanwhile, for Chance, just a lot of drones. A couple of queens. Actually going to be going to 4 queens, so favoring a kind of Spanish West style this game. Going with lots of queens, lots of drones. Spine crawler going down. No gas taken yet, so kind of interesting play from Chance using that kind of Spanish West style of play.
Now, if you notice, Cry does have a Marine on patrol, so he's waiting for that Overlord to come in.
Yeah,
he
definitely doesn't want scouted. Yeah, it's so huge for Terran doing nice scouting. Chance is going to know that these Hellions are on the way, but he will be able to hopefully react to this in time, so we'll just have to see what he ends up doing as a reaction to this. Putting down a Roach Warren, very much similar to like we saw the last game.
He's walling off again with a Queen.
Yep, as a Queen, Roach Warren, Spine Crawler going to wall off. Not as tight of a wall to the other side of his natural, but still fairly tight. Actually does tighten up that wall now with the last second evolution chamber.
So pretty much you ain't getting in.
No, not going to have an easy time getting in at all, but he does squeeze through. No blue flame though this game, so only going to pick off 1 or 2 drones before the drones themselves will fight back.
4 down.
So a little bit of decent harass. Ended up kind of just breaking even, paying for themselves. 2 more Hellions actually on the way though, so looking to try and poke back through that corner again.
Didn't work too well because they got stuck on a Queen's butt, so...
Those Queen's butts are big.
They are, because they have to poop those large tumors.
Yes. They have big butts, and I will not lie. Look at that butt. Huge. So anyways, moving back to the more important things of what is going on in the game. We do have...
a ton of Hellions out there now.
Yeah, 3 barracks in the base of VPCry. Second orbital command on the way. Factory and already all set up. And a starport on the way. Might be looking to do some of that drop play that Cry is notorious for. He is a huge drop play type of player. Loves his drops.
He also loves to abuse ledges.
Yes, he does indeed. That one hero marine still on patrol, trying to deny any overlord scouting. I think at this point in the game, though, Chance has a pretty good idea of what Cry's up to. Won't know if he's going mech or bio yet, but will at least know that he is indeed looking to not be probably putting too much pressure on right now. Most Hellion openings typically lead to expansion, so Chance should know he's pretty safe to start taking up right here.
Which it looks like he is. He has just got all his gases running. And,
yeah.
I mean, he might take a third at this point while doing this.
He may indeed do that. A lot of players will either take their third shortly after getting up the layer and starting a Spire, or they'll take the third just as the layer finishes. So we'll see what he actually ends up deciding to do.
Aldersky, it looks like we're going to have a little abuse with these Hellions. These Hellions have been camped out, and now he's dropping them in the base. But Chance caught that real early, and he's got his roaches up there with Lynx. So it's not doing much. He drove the other 2 Hellions in. He picks up the 4 that he had left out of the 6. And really no damage done to the Zerg at all.
Yeah, very ineffective drop there. Kind of made it obvious. The Overlord was able to spot those Hellions hanging out right by his ramp. So, pretty easy pickup for Chance. Saw that medevac pole over there. Saw those Hellions hanging out. Knew something was probably going to be up. Great creep spread once again, though. Getting the creep just flying across the map, which is oh so important. A lot of roaches out for Chance. A lot of lings up. Speed just about to finish up. Getting the 1 carapace upgrade.
And he's getting a Spire, so I'm trying to find the Spire. There it is.
Yeah, he's got the Spire going up in the back of his natural. Roach speed on the way, so he is going to use kind of a Roach Ling-centric build. In the meantime, probably add some Banelings in there as well, as we do see the centrifugal hook started. Siege mode is on the way for tanks, but it's not completed yet, so no tanks for Cry, so he's going to be trying to do this with just Marines.
We got an engagement going on with just the Lings and the Hellions, and yeah, that's not gonna fly.
So Cry going for kind of an interesting move here, actually. Looks like he's gonna try and contain this corner.
Yeah, he's trying to do some, up down play. Does get the OV the Overlord.
Oh, run away, run away. Oh.
Yeah, there's Banelings.
Oh, and Banelings! Too late. Doesn't get hardly any of the Marines. He needs to salvage these bunkers ASAP, or he's just going to lose all the minerals from them.
They never finished, so he's just going to cancel them right out, and there they go.
Yeah, it does get those minerals back from the bunkers, the free bunkers, the frunkers, if you will.
The frunkers?
You've never heard them called a frunker?
I've never heard it called a frunker.
It's a bunker and it's free, so it's a frunker.
I like that. But look at this. We have the OV the Overlord, Poop and Creep, up in the third of Cry. So Cry's gonna have to go up there, kill the Overlord,
yeah,
and wait for the creep to dissipate.
Cry tends to seem to favor a little bit later thirds, though, so I'm not sure it'll slow him down too much, so long as he gets that Overlord out of there a little bit before he's planning on taking the third. We do have another drop on the way, though, for Cry.
We
Cry
do, but
favoring those drop
unfortunately,
plays.
he is going right past 2 Overlords.
Yeah, Chance should see this and be able to react to it. We'll see if Chance actually does end up reacting to it. In the previous game, he actually did get away with 1 drop that was spotted.
I think he is. Yes. Look at, he's running them back up in the base right now.
Yep, army on the way. This drop probably not going to be very effective, as the army running in and is going to beat the drop there. He's going to want to pick up these Marines and run. And there he goes, running away. So Muta's on the way. Doesn't want to get dropped to death by Cry. Mutas, even if you only build a couple, a very good choice by most players. But we have Cry now. If 1 drop's not good enough, maybe I'll just drop 2.
Oh yeah, he's gonna drop here, drop there. Cause look, he's going around with a bunch of tank, and he's trying to get that. That tank's gonna get picked up. Now we get another drop in the main base. We're gonna run into the line here.
Just absolute total chaos right now as Cry's just trying to multitask him to death. Yes, does pick up the queen, which would be pretty big. Does have another queen on the way right away. They're going to try and drop down into the natural, overextend that army a little bit, but Chance with actually really good army spread, just picking off this drop right away. Going to also pick off this medevac more likely than not. Not much that medevac can do besides die.
And we got a double drop down low now coming to the 4th of Chance, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be going for that 4th base. It's really just going to be a matter of if Chance sees it in time or not. Instead decides to go for an Overlord. Is going to get that singular Overlord, but because of that, he does give Chance time to react to this drop.
And
as he also is trying to take his
going
third.
on if you look at the mini map. So if I was Cry, I would hightail it out of here.
Yeah, he really needs to get those forces out of there. Here comes the forces of Chance. This stuff is all going to die if he doesn't move it. I don't think he's paying attention. Oh, that was just brutal.
They're definitely going to get one. Maybe. Yes, got one. And
Gets one and is actually going to get the second one too. And the Muta's just kind of hanging out now. Here comes Cry now finally with some Marines to shoot off these Mutas.
Go pop, and the other 2 Mutas are like, yeah, screw that, guys. I'm going home.
Yeah. Those other 2 Mutas just kind of hanging on the edge there, watching for any more drops. Cry actually in a pretty bad position in this map. I mean, he really tried hard with those drops. Almost tried too hard, I'd say. Drops really didn't do any damage. It just lost him a lot of minerals and gas and Marines and medevacs.
But Chance now has his gold, so I mean, and we have the poop highway, or as I like to call the purple jelly highway, all the way to the 3rd almost here of Cry. So I mean, hello, I am here, he is saying.
Yeah, this is definitely not the best position for Cry. Just barely getting up his 3rd base. A bunch of Banelings and Lings being morphed in. That planetary fortress should just barely finish before he pushes it. It's going to be so close, though. Here comes the Lings. Here comes the Roaches. Here comes the Banelings. That planetary is not done yet. Going to just try and push into the forces.
It's done now.
Planetary does indeed finish.
He needs to mass repair. Mass repair. Mass repair. There it is.
Does get the repair off in time. I don't think the Roaches are actually going to be able to get this planetary fortress down. No, they are not. He's going to need to retreat these Roaches.
Or just run them to the other guy's base. I mean, run them to Cry's base.
That would be a totally valid option. But instead, he's going to come back. He wants to try and hit that planetary again.
Well, he wants to use the Banelings.
Oh! Banelings are going to pick off most of the SCVs, and he is going to lose the 3rd.
Well, if you can't do it once, let's get some Banelings and kill things.
Exactly. Meanwhile, back in the base of Chance, while all this chaos has been going on, he does have his hive up. Greater Spire is complete. Can morph Broodlords. 9 Corruptors on the way, so a Broodlord, Roach, Ling, Baneling push about to be coming up into Cry's face. Cry is in a terrible position right now.
Here he goes. He's pushing into the natural of Cry, and look at this. It's death on death right now.
This is just total, complete destruction for Cry. Trying to micro those Marines the best he can, losing most of his Marines. 2 siege tanks pop out, maybe just in time to hold his front, but he's going to lose his natural base and all the SCVs with it. Mass repairing those 2 siege tanks with almost all of his SCVs.
Well, he's going to lift off. Smart move.
Lifting off, but I don't see what he is going to be able to get done here. Starport not producing any Vikings. 5 Broodlords on the way. Lings and Roaches just pouring into the main base.
And there goes the last 2 siege tanks, those hero siege tanks. That is about it. You've got to Zerg.
Yeah, this game pretty much ended when he couldn't quite manage to morph that planetary in time to help his army. Army got cleaned up before the planetary morphed. So I think, oh man, this is over.
If he does GG, oh, there's the GG.
Yeah, there indeed is the GG. Chance with just overwhelming Cry. I mean, I think Cry started out good, but I think he might have overextended himself with those drops just a little bit. Just weren't cost effective enough. Were super cost effective for Chance and just allowed Chance to get such a huge lead with those drops not doing any damage.
And the creep spread. Let's talk about that creep spread for a second.
That was some stellar creep spread, as you guys can all see now looking at the screen. All the way down the right side alley, all the way down the left side alley. This is kind of indicative of that Spanish wall type of play where you take late gas and you get a lot of early extra queens. It just allows you to move your creep across the map so fast it is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, he was moving at 4 tumors at a time. That spread is so quick.
Yeah, just a excellently played game by both. Cry really tried to do some fancy things with the drops, but just didn't quite get done what he needed to do, and Chance came out on top. So they end up splitting the games, one each. So pretty good play by both players.
Yes,
Real
and this
solid
is
play.
the 2 we have for them. I'm going to try to sneak some more replays in, guys. Hopefully when I get a chance to talk to the manager there of our pro team, and hopefully me and Nurski can bring you a lot more fun.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure. I'll definitely be up for it. Be looking forward to seeing more of these games. You can always check out VP Gamers at vpgamers.com. It is a free application community, and what do I mean by that? I mean by anybody can join. You don't have to be a pro. You don't have to be a Masters. You don't have to be a Grandmasters. You can be the lonely guy in bronze who only gets to play 5 days a week, but you can still join us and hang out.
Hey, back off
chill
the
with
bronze
us.
player. I just got out of bronze.
Hey, you did get out of bronze though. But I'm just
Yes.
saying, we love you whether you're a bronze player or a Grandmasters player. You are
And
more
it
than
is
free to
truth.
apply at vpgamers.com in our forum section under applications. So yeah, check it out. Check out the YouTube, youtube.com /vpgamers. You can always check out my YouTube, youtube.com/users/NurskiSC. Check out stuff from everybody in the VP Gamers community. Check out more of our pro stuff. I mean, they're going to be
Yep.
hitting up, I believe you might even see some of our pros getting into the actual, viable pro scene, possibly as early as some of these MLGs coming up.
Yes, the MLG, I know Anaheim. We should be there in Orlando, I think, or Jackson, whatever, the one in Florida. I think we're going to see. And we're going to have some of our pros there.
Yeah,
And
so
we'll see how well they do. I'm thinking they're going to stack up well. If you guys, I think so.
yeah, I'm going to be looking forward to see how they end up stacking up against the top competition. Obviously, they're going to have to go through the open brackets of MLG, but some of these guys are already playing in a lot of tournaments and doing pretty good, so I look for some really great things out of these guys. But anyways, that's going to be it for us for now. I'm Nurski saying peace easy, and go ahead, hand, and send us out.
And I'm VP Hand from Above. We will see you guys in our next replays.
Later.